A list of a few things that currently have a higher IMDb score than this. The live-action Avatar The Last Airbender film, Dragon Ball Evolution, all of the Human Centipede movies, Jaws the Revenge, both Winnie the Pooh horror movies, every Sharknado, Jack and Jill, epic movie, disaster movie, Meet the Spartans, date movie, Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal, and Piranha 3 Double D. But hear me out, it's not that bad.
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
Disney have made a lot of live-action films, and some of them are really god-awful. I'm talking Peter Pan and Wendy, I'm talking that Pinocchio, I'm talking 102 Dalmatians, man. But this is the one? This is the one you guys choose to turn into an atomic box office bomb just so that they'll finally stop making films? Like, guys, come on, we could have done this years ago, and it's just not the worst one by a long shot, apart from everything and anything to do with the Evil Queen. Yeah, oh boy. Snow White is about a young woman who has two loving parents and a whole kingdom that adores her, and then one parent dies, and then the other dies, and then the kingdom turns to shit, and it's all because of Gal Gadot. Try not to read into that? Yeah, so then Snow White escapes the Evil Queen's attempt to kill her and goes to the woods and meets a colourful group of characters and another colourful group of characters. Really, their decision around the dwarves, which flip-flopped about 4 different times, the result of that is that we've got this group of CGI monstrosities, not dwarf actors, didn't hire dwarf actors, but then they've got a group of bandits, humans, who are also kind of the dwarves, basically, in a lot of ways, and one of them is yeah. Okay, there's a lot to dig into here, okay? First off, it just seems like they did a Cinderella, because the live-action Cinderella had the same thing. It had 20 minutes of extra backstory where she was happy with her parents, and then she's no longer happy with her parents because her parents are dead. It added in a couple of new songs, it gave a little Shazam near the ending, and mostly just kept the rest of the stuff pretty similar, but gave the princess more lines than she had in the original film. So, I mean, that's a pretty good template to work off of for most of the princess-related films, but also, we don't need to do that to every single one of them, do we? I think they're going to by the time they're through. Apart from that, I did laugh out loud when she, like, falls down in the forest, and then this, like, shadowy figure emerges from the darkness, and it's just a deer. And I swore to God, I laughed out loud because I thought it was going to be like, Snow White, it's me, Bambi. Have you heard about the Disney Initiative? Like, I was waiting for it, man. So yeah, it does feel like it's copying from a few other Disney films in a few different ways. Particularly, I know that Prince Charming in the original Snow White didn't have a lot of, character or anything, nothing at all. But you can't just replace him with a live-action Flynn Rider just because Tangled is by far the best Disney princess film. So they ditched a few things, they added in a few things, there's a lot of changes. But honestly, on this one occasion, this is probably the only time I'll do it. It's fair enough, because Snow White is nearly 90 years old, that film, and if you don't think, watching it back, because I just watched it back the other week in preparation for this and went, oh yeah, like it's fine to watch in a lot of ways, but also, yeah, this one, I'm not going to argue with them remaking it. On principle alone, I'm angry that they constantly do so many live-action remakes. This one, I'm not going to argue with it, because, yeah, it needed it. However, a couple of things they removed are kind of sad. Like the dwarves washing song, that's actually a really fun scene. I don't see why they couldn't have fit that in there. Also, they implied that these dwarves have not been taking care of themselves, even though they've lived out there for 274 years together. And for some reason, they try to pretend that the evil queen just being mean to her subjects is far worse than the dwarves living in the woods with 274 years worth of gathered diamonds. Like, I know that she's bad, but, like, they are everything that's wrong with capitalism. No, it doesn't matter. So they did also remove Someday My Prince Will Come, which I thought was kind of nuts. I know that there are certain reasons why you wouldn't want to have that song in there and stuff modern day, but also they made Kiss the Girl work in Little Mermaid. I feel like you could have fit it in there somewhere. Didn't need to be a whole big thing, but you could have fit it in there somewhere in some way, so that was kind of sad. As far as the new songs go, I don't have much of a problem with most of them. I mean, like, Princess Problems was kind of a jam. Both of the songs that she gets with Jonathan and that whole new romance, not a problem. Didn't bother me that he's not a prince. Lots of things here were fine. Dopey talked. Yeah. A lot of the problems that are here and are kind of problems I can get over. I don't have that much of an issue with a lot of them, and I really enjoyed a lot of aspects of the story. What I really can't get over as much is, the ending. Because the ending kind of sucked. You know, she builds up all... I don't want to get into it too much, but, like, it wasn't great. I liked that they changed the ending, you know. She just gets up and rides off into the sunset after he kisses her awake at the end of the original. Like, it needed changed, but they didn't do a great job with it. The other thing I really can't get over is everything and anything to do with the evil queen. And look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, oh yeah, we always knew Gal Gadot was a bad actress. We've always thought that. No, come on, what? No, you didn't. However, this is bad. I don't think she was great casting for it. I think that the new evil song for her was the worst song that anyone has created for a Disney live-action remake. That was atrocious, and they created a lot of new songs in this one. I was impressed. I was like, yeah, this feels like a real musical. I liked that. But the villain song was actually awful. And yeah, they also, modern feminism went, yeah, Snow White, now a big three-dimensional character, strong character, much better than she was originally. And her villain, the evil queen, is, yeah, we're still not going to bother giving her a name. She's still just the evil queen. When Snow White realizes that it was her that poisoned her, she just kind of goes, you! Come on, man. I don't particularly want to watch it again, but I can say that for almost all of the Disney live-action remakes. I don't enjoy them. I want to watch the classics. That's just me. Overall, I think it's not as bad as people are saying it is, and you should stop doing that, because if you review bomb one film, then you never get to complain again when people do it to other films. So I'm giving They Got Some Princess Problems 2.5 stars. Seriously, like, it wasn't just Gal Gadot being wrong for the role. This role was a hot, steaming mess. They did bad there. Get Julia Roberts' performance from Mirror Mirror, or Charlize Theron, or there's so many options for how you could have done this, and they did it wrong. It's real wrong, yeah. Subscribe for more lobbying for Tangled to be known as the best Disney princess film.